So good morning. We are here to start RTI on Zach. And Stacy, you're bringing Zach to us today with some concerns. Let's just go through some of our initial information here. I have down grade 1 and that you've already contacted parents of your concerns and that Zach does not have an IEP. Has he repeated any grades?
No, he has not.
And how is his attendance?
His attendance is pretty good.
And do you know if he has passed the hearing and vision screenings?
I believe that he has.
So looking here, you have down both math and reading as areas of concern, but that we're going to focus on reading initially. So for math, you're concerned with counting backwards, identifying numbers, especially teens. And then in reading, you have down that he has difficulty with sight word automaticity and attempts to decode all words, not applying meaning to his reading. Could you give us an overview of his assessment data?
Yes. So with the M class, I tested him at a level B in fiction, and his instructional scores were 92% accuracy, 21 words correct per minute, and his retell was 2 out of 3. Level B nonfiction, I frustrated him with frustrational level, 67% accuracy, 16 words correct per minute. Level C, frustrational, 86% accuracy, 12 words correct per minute. And then with the TRC, with Dibbles, the L and F, 21 correct, 4 errors. The letters J uppercase, J lowercase, T uppercase, and Q. PSF, 32, BM equal 40.
Yeah, so our baseline, our goal there was 40.
Was 40, and yellow.
Okay.
The NWF, the CLS, 15. Our base correct would have been 27, which put him in the red. The NWF, WWR, 0, base 1. And then word lists, B, 7 out of 24.
Okay. And then you've given him the quick phonics screener, and he did miss a few of the letter names. He got 17 out of 21 consonants correct for sounds, all the vowel sounds correct. And then moving into your CVC words, 7 out of 10 nonsense words, good. And then he really fell apart at the digraphs with only getting 1 out of the 10 correct. So that's a review of our reading data on Zach. Would you like to give a brief overview of where we are for math?
Well, I can see why you chose reading as his focus area, because in math he's doing well. He's yellow, and you gave a second measure of giving him the kindergarten CBMA, and he's doing okay with that. So we're going to keep an eye on him, and we're going to progress track him on that. But yes, he's not a major concern for math at this point in the year.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to flip now to our tab at the bottom that says Initial Meeting, where we can set up a plan for Zach here.
That sounds great.
So you've already typed in his strengths and concerns, that he tries hard as a strength, he can decode but loses meaning, and Canto is blend, he's well behaved and wants to please, does not have stamina for reading, and has difficulty remembering how to write letters and numbers. Can you describe the current interventions and supports that you have in place?
Yes, I've been using small group and preferential seating with him.
Okay, so small group instruction, and is that for guided reading?
I've been using that in all areas with him. So after the mini lesson, whole group, I break him into small group for guided reading.
Okay. And then I have down that you think, for your hypothesis, what factors are contributing to this insufficient progress, that attention is an issue and the need for structure.
Yes, I think that's...
So what types of things are you doing in your classroom to sort of address that need currently?
Well, I'm using charts, different behavior mod things with him, a lot of...
Is he responding to that?
Yes, not as consistently as I would hope, you know.
Yes.
He's having difficulty with really absorbing and applying the routines and rituals, and at this point in the year, he should have those down.
Mm-hmm. So you feel that if his attention was better, that he would be able to pick up on more of these things, if we could get him to attend to what he's doing?
I believe so.
Okay. So let's start by implementing one intervention then in reading and see how that works after about 6 weeks for Zach. So looking at his data, he certainly has difficulty with phonics.
Yeah.
He's really showing that with the correct letter sounds. He's not able to identify all those to meet the benchmark. And the correct letter sounds being in the nonsense word fluency.
Yes.
So he really needs those short vowels and the basic consonant sounds. So in our school, probably the most valid intervention that we currently have is PALS. Have you ever used PALS before?
I'm familiar with it.
Okay, so the PALS program is very quick and easy to implement. It's about 10 minutes a day. You can do it small group or one-on-one with Zach. And I can certainly come and show you how to do that and get that up and running. Are you comfortable giving that a try for about 10 minutes a day?
Absolutely. And I
Okay,
would
so-
love to watch you do a demo.
Sure. So I'm going to put in PALS daily for 10 minutes. And when I come to your class, we can talk about how that will look, whether it'll be one-on-one or whether you choose to pull that in with a small group, daily 10 minutes with the classroom teacher. Okay. And so I can see you before the end of the week on that, and then let's meet in 6 weeks and see how he is responding to that.
I think that sounds great.
Perfect. So the only other things I will need you to do are 2 tabs over on the bottom of your form is the fidelity checklist. You're going to need to keep a list of dates and whether you're able to meet with Zach on that day for PALS or not. So you'll put a yes or no, and if you can't see him for that day, you'll need to enter in what happened. Was there assembly? Was he absent? Did you have professional development and you weren't able to make it that day?
Great.
And that will be really good. And then we need to set up some form of progress monitoring for this. So I'm just going to go up a couple boxes here on our chart to our progress monitoring goal. And when we use PALS, usually we progress monitor with the Vanderbilt Word ID.
Okay.
And I will get you a copy of that. It is a list of words that the student is going to read in a 1-minute period. And you're going to track how many words are read in that minute. And the classroom teacher does that. Usually we start every other week doing that.
Okay.
So by the time I see you in 6 weeks, you'll have 3
3
data
times.
points,
All
which
right.
would be perfect. And that can be entered on our second chart that's in your folder for Zach. That is the data form, and it has a graph that's going to be created for you. So I'm just going to put in here that we're going to do Word ID, grade 1, and we want to see him go up 0.8 words a week. And
Okay.
we'll enter that in, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, any other data or commentary that I need to enter for Zach, or do you think that covers it?
I think that covers it right now. I mean, I'll have soft data, which I'll keep on his behavior.
And you can enter that in ahead of time for our next meeting if you want. Our tab at the bottom for progress monitoring has a column there that will fill in together. But if you can go ahead and put in any of those observational notes that you've made, any of the assessments that you give between now and then, that would be great.
Great.
Okay,
Perfect.
terrific.
Thank you.
Good.